Welcome to the live show.
Hey guys.
Did you hear Zeke? Was that Zeke? Zeke's groaning over there. Oh. Hey everybody, hi. We are live right now, live on youtube.com/shaytards, but this is actually episode 172. Zeke, I'll kick you out of the studio.
When the kids are counting sheep, when the kids go to sleep, dreams and memories, when the kids go to sleep.
Anyways, welcome one and all. We have some stuff to talk about. Let's put our phones. I don't even think we should check the tweets. Should we check the tweets? I have screen capped. I have actually
the video yesterday.
I have screen capped a bunch of comments.
Okay.
I have been very touched, impressed by some of the things that you guys have said. Jenna Cook, look at that. You guys, some of you guys have written chapters, long, wordy. You guys are using adjectives and verbs and pronouns. You guys are putting some words down on the internet, reaching out to us in a lot of different ways. And it's been overwhelming. What are you talking about, Shay? That was a weird way to start the episode 172 of the podcast.
Yeah, welcome to When Kids Go to Sleep. What we're talking about is if you didn't watch the Shaytards video that we posted late last night.
Was that a weird thing to wake up and be like, did we really put that up? Did we really make that announcement? But
Did you have a moment though this morning where you're like,
I've had a few, but mostly they've all been exciting. Like we both got very little sleep last night, but I still feel like we're both in good spirits and have energy because I feel like we're excited about it.
Yeah. I feel like almost like it's weird because I feel like there's like a weight has kind of put on, but then a weight has been lifted. Mm-hmm. Like it really has been lifted, even though I'm a person that I thrive on certainty. Like I like to know what the plan is, the master plan of everything. And I have the schedule and I'm doing everything by the book. And it's almost so like, according to my personality and the way that I usually perceive things, this is very scary. Yeah. And normally this would have terrified me. But I feel like with the way that my mind has been in the past year and the things that I've learned, like I'm seeing the world a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you first approached me, I did have the initial fear, and then I started thinking about it, and this weight started to lift when I thought about taking a risk and taking the Shaytards channel, like finishing with a big bang, like doing our best and giving it our all, our wholeheartedness, and then going on to the next adventure, seeing what's next.
Well, if you haven't heard, just so let's re-announce it because it's just a fresh announcement. We're not even 12 hours into this crazy new life decision. Coming up this Sunday, what's today? What is the date, ladies and gentlemen? It is
29th.
Thursday, September 29th, live right now. Hi, welcome to September 29th. According to the Shaytards calendar, there's 2 of them.
I know, it makes me laugh.
Thanks for supporting us.
I probably should have seen that because I was checking like all the birthdays.
Yeah, we missed that. We missed that. Thank you, though. Anyways, last night we made a video announcing that after almost a decade on YouTube, if we went until August of 2017, that would be officially 10 years. But we are going to make 5 months of daily vlogs, and then we are going to take a year off. The Shaytards channel, the channel that you're on right now, we're live on, is going to be, I think, shut down completely for 1 year. And there may be a surprise Shaytards Christmas special.
Maybe we're not making any commitments.
But I won't. I'm gonna make a personal self-sacrifice or a goal to not post anything to the internet for a year. And I think that's where I want really to draw the line, as I feel like I've said a lot and we've posted a lot and I've screamed and just there's a lot of us and I said that in the vlog last night, but I want to kind of internalize and recalibrate and just process this crazy journey that all of this YouTube adventure has been for us. Mm-hmm. It has been an incredible, crazy,
life-changing,
amazing, family tree changing adventure. Our kids' lives are different because of this little YouTube machine that we found.
Yep. Amen.
And so it's like, I don't know what that all means. And I want to just be for a while, because there's a lot of anxiousness built up in trying to keep this progressing and trying to keep up. And I'm not saying like, I'm quitting because it's too hard, but I think it's okay to say, and I know that my YouTube friends are like, dude, his channel is dying. Shay Carl's out of here. I'm moving one more notch up to Wtkgts X. Oh yeah, I'm gonna upload. And I know there's a lot of YouTubers who are jealous, who are like, I feel that anxiousness. I feel that, like, why do I have to, like,
that hustle?
Well, it's the point where the dream thing, all of a sudden, you're like, this is a dream, this is a dream, this is a dream. And all of a sudden you look back, it's like, wow, this is a giant weight around my ankles sometimes. And I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful, because I know that like week one, it's going to be hard because I'm going to miss it. But I need it. I need to, like I said.
You need to know who you are without it again.
Exactly. Because then you sometimes think, and I'm...
Seek.
I think he feels things are changing too. He's a big old Great Dane. I agree, because I love our kids, but I hate that I feel like they see me at my best when the camera's on. And it's not like I'm not fun with them and I wrestle with them and you're like, should I vlog this? I'm like, no, this is just like our moment. But I want to just not have that, because that's a daunting thing. And they know that you guys are watching. They have been to 6-hour meet and greets.
Yes.
They've seen the faces behind the lens, and they have kids at school. I don't want my kids to live in a world where they have had kids at their school say to them, oh, you got a lot of subscribers, I want to be your friend. Point blank. Man, kids say the darndest things, like, and our kids come home and tell, I'm like, they said that?
Yeah.
I hate how it feels having family members who have never had any interest in me before all of a sudden reach out. Yeah, the cliches are true. It happens where it's like, hey, will you share this video? I'm like, dude, you've never wanted to be a part of my life ever before. And now you want me to share your video. And then you're hitting me up all the time and giving me a guilt trip for not texting you back. It's like, I don't want that. I want to be a normal guy who doesn't have, a giant Great Dane at his feet all the time. Ezekiel, come here. Come here.
He's so funny.
We have a lot of people live. I don't want to, like I say this, can I be super raw for a second?
You can.
I told Colette, sometimes to me, going out in public is like, I don't call it going out in public, like going to church, going to baseball games or soccer games. I call it Shark Tank. Because everybody I meet is like, I met a guy the other day who said, hey, I heard you're going to help my buddy start his new his invention. I'm like, what? What invention? He's like, it's this thing that does this. You're not going to help him start. I heard you were. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about, man. So everybody, I want to help as many people. And you guys have seen me like try to help other people do this. But it sucks to feel like every time somebody sees me in town, they want me to sponsor their baseball team. They want me to promote their new idea and help them, be an angel investor in their new startup idea. And these are what, I'm not complaining, but I just want to not have to deal with that.
For a year.
Bail me out here a little bit.
Well, I understand where you're coming from. I think, it can be perceived as like, oh, you don't want to help anybody, which like we do. We want to help people, but it does become this fear where you feel like, who do I have to turn to when I need help?
Here's the other thing. Somebody comes and says, hey, will you help promote my business? I'm like, I would love to, but I also had 3 people this morning ask if I could help promote their kids' GoFundMe because they have cancer.
It's like there's so much, like, it's almost like it kind of pulls your soul apart because you want to help everyone. Like I want to help everyone that asks me because I know what it's like to want to like reach your dreams or want to see something succeed. But it's like, we can't. And it's like, how do you?
It's crushing to us. We feel hopefully you know who we are, and you know that we honestly want to try to help as many people as possible. But that expectation of the world on our shoulders, where everybody wants us to help them with their idea or their business or their thing, it's like we feel like we're failing everybody.
Well, yeah, they can have that feeling. It's like there's like a wholehearted place to it, though, where you have to realize, like, when it's the ones that say, oh, you won't help. You guys, why wouldn't you want to help? Like the people that feel like we owe it to them, that it starts to feel more daunting. Yeah. But like, I understand.
I don't know why we got on that little tangent. I don't know. This is part of, and what I said in the vlog last night where we announced this is we want to get more transparent about what our fears are. This is why it's hard for us to vlog. There's times, has been
really hard.
If you're like, man, it seems like you guys are different, like I feel like the vlogs are not a true interpretation of what's going on in our lives. Mm-hmm. The vlogs are just like these moments when we're being crazy with the kids at dinner time. And, it's like, what'd you learn at school? I feel like they're fairly surface level to what we're ultimately dealing with, which is a network of a ton of people,
And we don't want to disappoint anybody. We don't want to.
My email inbox, like, I guarantee you there's at least 100 professional people in our industry that just hate me because they've sent me multiple emails and I haven't emailed them back. Like people that I know and love and want to work with, but I'm just so overwhelmed with, I think people are like, oh, you got 5 kids. That's so cute. I don't think people realize how much work goes into having 5 kids, and honestly, how much of it you do. And I think actually people know that pretty well. But it's hard on our relationship. And we've said this in a podcast recently. This last year has been the hardest on our marriage. In the almost 14 years we've been married, coming up in January, it's been the hardest year on our marriage. Mm-hmm. And it's been really tough. And it's because of, I guess my need to feel valued by growing more businesses. Once we sold Maker, felt like everybody was mad at me because it's like, oh, you got all this money, lucky you. So I'm like, well, let me start a business and give everybody equity so that I can give all of them that opportunity so that they, so I can feel like I'm just one of them again, This is, what are we doing? Are we live? Shit. So then I just said, let's start all these businesses and keep going. And it's all right. Let's bring it down. And that's what we want to be able to talk about. But we're like, we can't talk about that. But we just did. And I like being live because it's like, yeah, we can't take it out. Because I would not put that up.
Crap.
I would edit that shit out. I would have edited that out too. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, let's take a breather. Okay, go into your questions. Hey, did you see Tim Tebow? First up at bats, he hits a home run. Good for him. That guy's an athlete. I see what Jesus had in mind. He doesn't need Tim to be a football player. He needs Timmy to be a baseball player.
I stand corrected.
Right, dude? He knocked it out of the park. I gave me a warm feeling in my heart when Tim Tebow hit a home run first at bats. See you guys, Jesus, man.
And good for him.
Hell yeah. Stop swearing.
He did what people thought that he couldn't do.
Okay. So, having said that.
What did we say?
Let me have some of your water over there.
Okay, here you go.
We're very excited about this next 5 months and about seeing what happens in the next 5 months and then saying, we're going to take a year off.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we love you guys. I hope you know that. We have been in this place where like we can feel that there needs to be a transition. There needs to be something that happens because we need to like recalibrate
and reconnect. Mm-hmm. Because here's the other thing. It's like, so we have all this, these channels and all this content we're trying to make, the mom's view. We're trying to make 8 YouTube channels work and a clothing business and some other investments. And then also try to keep the house clean.
You guys know about
that.
You guys are like, if you've watched the vlog.
Their house is dirty.
You know how well that's going.
And we have piles of laundry. We have one girl that comes and helps us like twice a week.
Yeah.
And
she's awesome.
I could help out more. And then it's like, then we don't get our time as, man and wife. And we've always said that we need to fight to protect that relationship first. That's the beginning of the family. If families are important, if they are the basis of society, it begins
Which we believe they are.
With the man and the wife, and that's what you got to protect. So you're going to be getting a lot of love letters in that year. I want to get a lot of moleskins. Those leather-bound books with things? I'm just going to get so many moleskins and just pens. I'm going to be like long beard. I'll be up in the field just writing. The garden. I'm going to make a garden.
They're all going to blame me for you taking a year off.
I'm going to get good at archery.
To write love letters for a year. That's why he's taking a year off. So you can write love letters.
I'm going to learn jujitsu. I'm going to train dude. Jujitsu. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna get my butt kicked just for saying that.
Oh, it's fine.
Anyways, what else? There was some comments. I was gonna read some of these comments. Some of them were kind of personal. Like it's really eye-opening to see the journey that you guys have had as you've kind of followed along on this journey that we've had. And going back, I wanted to say something that you said about certainty. We have been, for all intents and purposes, kind of this certainty for a lot of people who didn't have a family. I've seen it over and over and over again for the last 8 years in the comments is, I kind of count on you guys as my family. When everything goes to heck and I've had a bad day, I got fired the day my mom died, my grandma died, at least I could watch a Shaytards vlog. At least, you guys were there and you were happy and you're promoting positivity, and it's hard not to cry sometimes.
I know.
And so that's scary because you're like, what am I going to do? My life's going to fall apart. And listen, if there are people who are being hysterical about this and crying and getting mad, you need to know that's unhealthy, okay? We need to have a healthy relationship. Just as me and my wife are trying to have a healthy relationship, we need to talk about and realize what a healthy relationship is with viewer, online, influencers, relationships. You guys need to see us as, I think a healthy way to see us is almost like characters in a sitcom. We're real. We're really a man and a wife, but you cannot connect your lives to ours. And you need to live your own life. You need to ask yourself some hard questions. Do I watch too many Shaytard videos? Maybe you do. Maybe you are too connected with our journey, and you need to have a little separation so that you can, and this sounds so like pompous. I'm speaking to a very small group of people. And even watching that video last night, I'm like, oh, like, who are these people that are sitting in this car just talking about their life? Like, oh, you guys are going to be so scared and sad that we're leaving. I'm like, it's just like, if I was an outsider coming in for the first time, I'd be like, screw you guys. Nobody cares about your stupid life. So we're just.
No, you wouldn't.
Some people are. Some people are like, man, why are these guys just like, that's all they do? What do these people do? They just talk about their lives and like people care? I don't get it.
The people that haven't been there for the whole 8 years we've been doing this.
Why are they crying? I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I want to have these conversations. I want to, I don't know, say a lot of words and then take a year off and build a garden. We're going to talk more about it. I know this is kind of convoluted, but I tweeted, I have 72 hours to decide what I want to accomplish in the next 5 months. I have some big ideas. I got some big plans, and we're going to talk more about it.
Yeah.
But I think this was a good conversation. What are we at?
So.
Can we good? 20 minutes? Okay, so let us really take, because we did tweet that we're going live, so we are really going to take a few of your questions, then we're going to go. One other thing in popular culture that I wanted to talk about, you guys know that I am a huge Elon Musk fan. If you did not go see his SpaceX keynote address, oh, that's what you're doing. You're pointing at what camera? I get it now. Sorry. Hey, guys, we're on this one. We're going to get lights.
We're learning.
And Danny keeps pointing, and I'm just like ignoring him. I'm just like,
what?
I thought he was doing the hokey pokey. I thought I saw him turn himself around over there.
Disco dancing over there.
Elon Musk. I'm looking into this camera. We're going to get lights.
Wait, which camera are we
He's
looking
colonizing Mars, and he has an idea how to do it. He has a scalable idea.
Like he for real is doing it?
His idea is to take...
Wally.
a ticket to Mars down to the price of $200,000.
My goodness.
It's like a 3-month journey, but it's like you could save up and fly to Mars. And he says we need to heat up Mars. And he's like, but we can do that, like with a wink. Like he knows how that we can warm Mars up. The dude's gonna have Airbnbs on Mars.
Oh my goodness.
And you're gonna be like,
amazing.
And you know what? People like me in the future and be like, I'm gonna take a year off the internet and I'm just gonna go to Mars. I'm just gonna think about my life. I'm just gonna try to refocus and see which galaxy I want to be in. You know, I just don't know. Maybe I'm not a Milky Way kind of guy anymore. Maybe I want to go to Orion's belt. I don't know. Is that in the Milky Way? I don't even know what a Milky Way is. Can I have a candy bar? All right, we're going to the questions. We're live. Are we live? Are you guys tweeting us?
We're still live.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. Okay, Georgia says, I don't care what you do. The only thing I care about is you do what makes you happy. Thank you. That's ultimately what we all have to do. And this is scary for us, but this is what I want to do. And I know that it's going to get some negative reaction, but I hope in doing this, it gives you courage to then therefore go out and say, you know what, this is what I want to do with my life. And why am I letting my mom and my dad or these expectations of a society or of a culture that I'm from dictate, let me do this thing that I think that I want to do. And it doesn't make any sense why I want to do it. And I can't explain to you, Mom, why I want to do this thing, but I just feel like I want to do it. Mm-hmm. And you do it and you try it. And maybe you fail, but guess what? That is the key to success. Yes. You should think in your mind, I want to mess up as many times as possible. I want to just try stuff. You want to make some stuff work, right? It's like, you want to make some stuff work, but
you have to jump into those risks.
Yeah, you
I
have
think
to.
You have to in order to learn who you are. Otherwise, you'll just stay who you
have always been.
That's so wise.
Randy Anderson says, can you really stay off YouTube for a year, though? Do you think you'll still put up other content besides daily vlog? I think the Shaytards channel is definitely going to be off. I'm not going to ever hit the upload button for a year. You might see me in the background of some of my family's videos, I'm sure.
I'm still going to be doing Mom's View stuff, and I'd like to do stuff on my channel. It kind of made me excited to think like, oh, maybe I'll have time to do like a couple music things or something now. You know?
I might be just directing Katie Let music videos for the next year. You never know.
Well, no. Well, and then I've honestly, okay, here's another. Should we talk about this one? Mm-hmm. I've honestly been a little scared because I'm like, I do maybe want to have another baby. And I've kind of thought, I want to vlog that baby.
Like I want. You have to do it yourself.
I want to vlog the journey of at least, having the baby and all that stuff. So I don't know.
It might be on Colette's channel.
And maybe I won't have another baby. I don't know.
We're gonna have another.
But it's like I've had a lot of thoughts like, oh, what about this? And
it's scary though, right?
What it does is it makes me realize how a little bit dependent I have been on the vlogs. Mm-hmm. Like, who am I without the vlogs?
Right.
Like, I've been afraid of, like, not being the perfect mommy tard for so long that I'm starting to realize I'm not really mommy tard. I'm me. I'm Colette.
Mm-hmm. I always have thought, like, our kids are going to, like, write this scathing tell-all book later on called I Didn't Want to Be Baby Tard or something like that.
Could happen.
That's why it's like, I need to, like, take a year off this internet so that I'm like, even, like, think about that, like, the kids at some point have to have this feeling of, does dad love me just because I'm cute on camera? Because it's such a part of our lives.
Huge part of our life.
And not all, like, I feel confident in the fact that my kids know I love them. And I've spent plenty of time, like I said, and I've said this in many panels for the last 8 years, we never have more than 30 to 45 minutes of footage a day. Mm-hmm. So in all of this 8 years, it is the only time we ever have more than an hour of footage is on the Christmas specials.
Yeah. And the interesting thing though is I think they love it. Like they do not want to
What
stop.
I mean by that is in a 24-hour period, the camera is only out for like 45 minutes max.
Right.
So it's not like it's like so much in their faces, but they watch the vlogs. I wake up to the kids watching Shaytard vlogs.
Mm-hmm. And they love the Christmas specials. They love rewatching
and
them.
Roman Atwood vlogs.
Yeah, they do.
And Studio C. And Rhett and Link's Ear Biscuits. Or not Ear Biscuits, the Good Mythical Morning. Anyways, they're YouTubers. They know you guys. They're fans of YouTubers.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I want to kind of do this for them to help them realize, what do I really want? You know, because they're going to have to decide without being...
Right. I do. I don't want them to, you know...
To feel like
I think it's...
pushed into
yeah,
it,
I don't
or-
think it's puts them on fair footing to ask them, do you want to be a YouTuber? When that's just all they see us do all the time. And I think they really look up to us. And I think, you know, you see them want phones like us. You know, Gavin wants the shoes that I have. Avia wants the pants that you have. Like, they want to be like us. And if they see us, you know, doing these meet and greets, and I mean, it's exciting. How could they not help? But
when they see us stressing out about it too, it's like they know.
And
I want them to know exactly what...
I also think
They're getting into, I
that
guess.
they might subconsciously think that we want them to be YouTubers.
Right.
That when we're
I
like,
think every child does that, don't they?
maybe, like when your mom or dad's like, you want to be a professional baseball player, right? And you're like, yes, Dad. And you're like, no, I don't. I don't like baseball.
Right.
So I'm wondering sometimes, like when I'm like, hey, kids, do you want your own channels? And they're like, yeah. Maybe they're only saying that because they think that that's what I want them to do. So I want to show them how great life could be without YouTube. I want to take them camping and build a garden and do these things. You know me, I overdo everything. I'm just like, if I'm going to do what I'm going to do it. I want to be stereotypical dad for a year. I mean, when people are like, what are you going to do for a year? How are you going to stay off the internet? I will pour all of myself into the kids.
I don't think you'll ever be a stereotypical dad.
Well, no, but it's like,
You're
if it's like,
wonderful.
what do? You teach your kids to tie knots. I'm going to do that. You teach them to tie a fire.
Wait,
Hey,
what?
that's how good of a dad I am. I'm a dang good dad. You got to whip up a fire, you tie it up, lasso it around. Old Buckle Bill, Brussels Bill, bring his baby the blue ox in, you chop a tree down. I don't know what I'm talking about. See, I got to work on being a dad. I don't know all the stories and stuff. I got to get them all lined out.
I love you.
Alrighty. And you know, we'll probably do a lot more of the
Proud dude. Did you say
dancing.
proud dude? I'm proud dude a little bit.
Did you eat yet?
Do?
I'm going to do a heck of a lot of skiing. That's for sure.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. Did we read any questions from Twitter?
I don't know. I definitely saw some.
It's
Okay,
your
one
turn.
question I did see that I'm sorry, I don't know who asked it. I can't pull it up on the screen right now. But they asked, does that mean we're not going to Playlist Live or VidCon?
Not necessarily, but we're not saying that we will be there either.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
We can't make any commitment.
don't be surprised if you saw me at, for instance, CVX Live in Salt Lake City coming
Right.
in August 2017.
Yep.
We'll probably be around, but I'm not gonna hit I'm not gonna hit the upload button, and I'm gonna have the rules. Like I said in that tweet, I have 72 hours. I already have a few pages of things that I've just been writing down, like just some
Process, right.
yeah, like structure to it almost. Like, here's some ground rules for how I want it to be. Because if I say, what if you just did one video a week?
Yeah, then you start inching your way back in.
I will. It's like drug abuse, alcohol. It's like, would you just have one? Like, no, I want to go. That's the point. That's why I started this whole thing. What if I could make a video every day for a year? Now I'm going to say, what if
I could?
Holy crap. Imagine this, guys. This is a crazy idea. Wow. What if I went a whole year without making any videos?
Oh.
That's no way. That's what I want to do that
feels
now.
like.
That's what I want to do. And I'm excited about that. Zeke's freaking out. He's like, what is going on?
I'm nervous. He is nervous. You can tell.
And he stinks. He's a skunk. He's a
smells
skunk
like a
chaser. Okay, I think we're done.
Yes.
Go to this camera, Blake. So we got our crew, Blake, Danny, and Zeke. Skunk man. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey, we appreciate your support.
Everything you do for us.
And you might be mad at us now. You might be watching this
mad.
right now and have already left some mean comments,
Let it
we
go.
forgive you. We get it. It's a scary thing. You might lash out a little bit. That's cool. We got 5 months to be together to talk about this and talk about growth.
Yeah.
That is the goal, is to be transparent in living out loud on purpose and trying to help you guys do that as well too. We're not trying to say like, look at us, we got it all figured out. Our life is awesome.
Here's us standing before you, honestly saying we don't have anything figured out, but we're in this together.
Yeah. And we think you can be optimistic about the future of your life if you adopt some of these mentalities of like, I'm going to do that thing that I love, that I think I'm good at, or whatever it is that
That nobody thinks I should or can do.
It's scary, and you will fail, and you might make people mad because they will feel that uncertainty, but you will feel the thrill of trying something you dream of. And there's maybe no better feeling. It's a feeling of hope, of good things to come. Okay, love you guys. This has been episode 172 of When the Kids Go to Sleep. We did definitely clickbait you into watching this because we only have 5 months on the internet. We have to try to make as much money as possible. So this will be a live show on the Shaytards for about 24 hours, and then we're going to upload it on the podcast channel. So come over there and watch it again and thumbs it up. We appreciate it. Real transparent. Let's get real transparent. We
real.
need your money. No, we don't. All right, we're out of here. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.